In this video, we are going to see the nationalism in India. Then modern nationalism in Europe developed with the formation of the nation states. In India, growth of nationalism is immediately connected to the anti-colonial movement. It is not because of the purposely we are because of any trouble from the monarch and other things. It is totally against the anti-colonial movement. Like that, we are starting the that growth of nationalism. The First World War of 1914 created a new economic and political situation in worldwide. After the war, India faced acute food shortage along with the influenza epidemic. Because of First World War, many people youth taken for war purpose, and after the First World War, we can see the price of the things, it is going down, very down. So people can't sell their things what they produce, and they are not getting enough food. At the same time, different types of epidemics started. So India was suffering a lot. In January 15, Mahatma Gandhi returned to India from South Africa and gave the idea of Satyagraha that emphasized the protest based on truth and non-violence. Then when Gandhiji came back, that is in 1915, then Gandhiji giving the idea that is Satyagraha means staying with truth, and giving the emphasize the protest against the based on truth and non-violence, should not take any weapon, like that Gandhiji is saying. After arriving in India, Gandhiji successfully organized Satyagraha movement in Champaran, that is in Bihar, and Kheda, that is in Gujarat, and Ahmedabad, that is in Gujarat. And in Champaran, this indigo workers movement, then in Kheda and Ahmedabad, the cotton workers movement, mill workers movement. Then Gandhiji started non-violent civil disobedience against Rowlatt Act 1919. Means in Rowlatt Act, they say after that also the Europeans said like that, means the without any trial anybody can get arrested. That was the condition. Then and observed 6th April 1919 Satyagraha Day. Which day? It is 6th April 1919 observed as the Satyagraha Day. There were hartals, processions and demonstrations everywhere in India. And in 13th April 1919, Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place in Amritsar, and the government suppressed the movement brutally. Then Rabindranath Tagore returned his knighthood in protest. Means in the non-cooperation movement, there were many people they given back their means like that, some names they got, award they got. Then Mahatma Gandhi launched Khilafat movement to bring the Hindu and Muslim close together. Means there was divided policy British was following. That because of that, the people of India, Hindus and Muslims, they was divided in mind. That's why Gandhiji participated in Khilafat movement and trying to keep bringing together this Hindus and Muslims. The non-cooperation movement started in 1920. Various social groups participated in the movement with their different aspirations. That we have seen the countryside village people or plantation workers, how they participated. As an economic effect of non-cooperation movement, the import of the foreign clothes halved between 1921 to 22. Because of the non-cooperation movement, people started to boycott the foreign clothes. That's why the cloth sale, it is came down to half. Then this movement in the cities gradually slowed down as there were no alternative institution or place to work, and khadi was expensive than mill-made cloth from England. Why it the non-cooperation movement become failure? Because people went back, the teachers or the lawyers, those who resigned and came out, or those who boycotted their school and college, again they went back to the same area because there was no other alternative, and khadi was very costly on that time. Then mill-made clothes was cheaply, so all people can't afford the khadi cloth. Then From cities this movement spread to the countryside, to village side also it is started to spread. In Awadh, the peasant movement developed under the leadership of Ramchandra, which demanded a reduction of revenue, abolition of beggar, and social boycott of oppressive landlords. They are asking the village people, they are asking three things. First one, they want to reduce the reduction of revenue, because they was paying huge tax. Then abolition of the beggar means compulsory compelled work should be abolished. Then the social boycott of the oppressive, the landlords was boycotting the avoiding the poor peasants or farmers, that should be abolished, stopped. Then Alluri Sridharam Raju carried guerrilla warfare, and his followers were known as the Gudan rebels, and that is in Andhra Pradesh. He talked the greatness of Mahatma Gandhi and persuaded people to wear khadi and give up drinking. Means he asking the people, those who was following some of the bad habits, to stop it and to follow Gandhian principle of wearing khadi, like that things. But at the same time, he said to the people to take weapon. Then for plantation workers in Assam, freedom meant right to move is in and out of the plantation. So they headed home, but caught by police and were brutally beaten up. The plantation workers, they never got chance to come out of the plantation, so they thought like that Swaraj means the freedom to move in and out of the plantation. So they started to go back to their houses. They never reached. Before that, police taken them back and put in the plantation itself again. Then leaders like C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru wanted representation of the Indians in provincial council, while Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose wanted full independence. In starting, the C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru, like that leaders, the Congress leaders, they asked for the representation of Indians in the provincial council. How many provinces was there? 8 provinces are there. In that, the Indians was not there, so they are asking for the representation of Indians. But Subhash Chandra Bose and Jawaharlal Nehru, like that leaders, they are asking for complete independence, not like that partial. Then Simon Commission was constituted to review the functioning of the constitutional system in India and suggested changes. And Simon Commission came here to check out the system of India, that is constitutional system of India, and want to give some of the modification if it is needed. Both the Congress and the Muslim League opposed this Simon Commission because there was no Indian. So we know that one, go back Simon and that slogan and other things. And the Lahore Congress 1929, under the presidency of Jawaharlal Nehru, formalized the demand of Purna Swaraj, or the full independence. In Lahore, Lahore Congress section of 1929, that needed for map question. So Nehru formalizing the demand for the Purna Swaraj, or full independence. Different social groups participated in civil disobedience movement for different ideals and reasons. Different group means the owners of the factory, they participated in different way. And like that, each and every group, they participated in a different way to the non-civil disobedient movement. They are having their own particular reason also. An important feature of this movement was the large scale participation of women. Ladies started to participate. Up to that time, ladies was not participating, and they was passive participators, and now they are becoming the active participators. Gandhiji called the untouchables, means the Dalit, nowadays we are calling as Harijans, means the children of God, and believed that Swaraj would not come for 100 years if untouchability was not eliminated. If we are not stopping the untouchability, Swaraj won't come, or in full independence we won't get it. Dalit leader Dr. B.R. Ambedkar wanted to separate electorate for his community in starting. Then afterwards, according to the Pune Pact, Dalit got reserved seats in provincial and central legislative council, but they were there were to be voted in the general electoral, and Gandhiji convinced Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and made like that Pune pact in that giving the reserved seats for the in provincial and central legislature instead of separate electorate. Then as the relation between Hindus and Muslims worsened slowly, again it is becoming in two ends. Hindu and Muslim communal clashes and riots occurred in various cities, especially where the means of the North Indian cities we can see they was fighting each other. And collective belongingness developed through the experience of united struggle, and it is started that collective belong, we are one, we are in a part of the one nation, that one with our freedom movement. Then in this respect history, fiction, folklore, songs, popular print, symbols are all played a significant role. What are the ways received for to inculcate the this collective belongingness among people? Means we used history, fiction, folklore, songs, popular print, symbols, etc. Then in 20th century, the identity of India came to be visualized, associated with the image of Bharat Mata, the nation state. How the France or Germany done like that, in India also we made one image that is known as Bharat Mata. The image Bharat Mata was first created by the Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, and through his song, not through painting, through his song he is giving that idea of Vande Mataram, means devote to mother, like that. And then Abhindranath Tagore, he is making that image from Vande Mataram to in a painting form. Then next one, in Bengal, Rabindranath Tagore and he in Madras, Natesha Shastri collected massive collections of folk tales and songs, which played an important role for developing the idea of nationalism. With the help of folklores, folk songs, folk dramas, like that things, we started to inculcate the idea of nationalism in India. 1921, Gandhiji had designed tricolor Swaraj flag. In the middle it was a spinning wheel, and center representing the idea of the self-help. The nationalist writers reinterpret the history by highlighting the achievements in the past, and it inspired the Indians a lot. Means the what the British people made the Indian history, that was totally different, and in different way Indians started to reinterpret the history and what are the achievements, like all the physicians or the Vedas, like that things they taken and showed in front of the people and got inspiration to the people. Okay, we will continue in next video.